All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm back with a first-time Potter, Nevaeh. And Nevaeh, what did you talk about in the paper this week?
Well, I talked about a service dog, or multiple, and they just do a lot for you.
Sure. I've never had a service dog, and I'm wondering, why did you get interested in this topic?
Well, I used to have a service dog for my health problems, and I just got into it, and I have seen a lot of people with service dogs and wondered, oh, this looks cool, and looks like it could help me in the long run and help other people.
That's awesome. What kind of dog was your service dog?
Well, he was a big one. He was a bull mastiff mixed with pit.
Nice. I don't even know what that is because I'm allergic to dogs, so I never really had a relationship with them. But anyways, so what is something that in your research you think people should know about service dogs?
Well, do not distract them at all, because if you do distract them, it could mess up their alert to their owner, and it could end up in a horrible situation, and you will have to pay a lot of money for it.
There you go. That's a life lesson from Nevaeh here. I think Nevaeh probably has a lot of life lessons, but we'll just stop there, and maybe next time you can tell us another one. Do not mess with service dogs, people. All right, Nevaeh, well, thanks for coming on the podcast, and we'll see you next time.
Odd Studios here, and we're here with the Flambeau Flyer podcast. Today we have good old Mr. Panazzo with us. So today we are going to be talking about, what are we talking about today?
I believe you're talking about an album that I released this week.
Called?
It's called The Systems, and the band is Very Lovely People.
It's on YouTube. How many views? 16?
We had 20,000 views of our first video.
So that means you start to get paid when exactly?
I don't know. Hopefully right as soon as the podcast comes out, we can start getting paid.
Go watch it.
And then I can feed my children gold-plated steaks.
Yes. Whenever it's a joke for content creators online, we don't get paid enough thingamabob or something like that, or how much is YouTube gonna pay me for this? 2 cents. And I'm like, oh, now I'm rethinking my whole entire agenda of being a content creator.
But we do it because we love it.
Yes.
That's right.
That's the fun part about it.
So what would you like to know about the album?
Basically anything you can tell me. What do you think of your fans?
Fans? Well,
Yeah.
Anybody that listens, I really appreciate it. I don't actually make the music to try to get paid, but I just love doing it, and it makes my days a lot more exciting when I'm making some artistic project. So anybody who wants to listen, please do. There was a lot of effort that was put into it, and I think it's really a good album.
What's your inspirations?
So I'm usually inspired by whatever's happening in my normal life. So for example, I'm reading a World War II novel with my senior class right now. And so I ended up writing a song called History, which is all about soldiers going off to war and trying to survive the night and to go back home to their lovers or mothers or whomever.
What do you think of the whole entire concept of being a content creator, the fame that comes with it, and the possible idea of maybe posting something that's a little bit too controversial? What do you think of that possibility?
Well, that was a loaded baked potato of a question right there.
I'm sorry.
I'll put it this way. So I've been making music since I was 16. I have never made significant money off of it, and I don't really think about that. I honestly think that anything you like doing, you have to do it for free. And if you do it for free and you just do it for the love of doing it, you might eventually catch fire. And it might be something that pays the bills. And that's awesome if that happens. But if not, as long as you're doing it for the right reasons, I think the art's always going to be there, and it's going to be good. So yeah, I guess I'll put it that way. I just listened to the album and I'm proud of it, so I want to put it out.
So you take it with pride, basically.
That's what it's all about. And at the end of the day, we put our heads down on our pillows and we're like, did I do a good thing today? And I know I worked hard on that album, so I'm proud of it. Kind of like, with your book, I bet you know the hours you put into it.
Oh,
and therefore you hopefully feel proud of the time you spent. Just like your work in school. You know the amount of time you put into your health work, and you feel proud when you.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about health work.
No.
All right.
No. Okay.
Well, host, is there any other questions?
I gotta think for a second. Nope.
All right. Well, thanks for interviewing me.
Yeah.
Check it out. Very Lovely People. QR code is in the flyer. Thank you.
Go watch it.
That's right. All right, I'm back with everyone's favorite Potter, Connor.
Yeah.
Connor, how you doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. All right. So, Connor, what are you here to talk about?
Talking about the ball stool.
Bar stool. That is a hot topic in the barn.
Yeah, pretty big to talk about.
Yeah,
with old school.
It's controversial. So you did some research on Barstool, and what did you find out?
It was originally like made in New York for like gambling and horse betting stuff. And
Okay.
I think they declined it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I wasn't that in depth about it, but
Uh-huh.
they just talked about it, and that's it.
So originally it was used for betting and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then high schools got a hold of it, right?
Yeah.
And then what did high schools do?
What they did was post some stuff that they're not supposed to. Trash talking, school fights,
Right.
photos of people that you should not take photos of.
Fails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which sucks.
Yeah, because I mean, like, obviously there's a line, you know? A little trash talking, like, I make fun of Bruce all the time.
Yeah, there's like
It's harmless,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
like a line. There's like one side that's good, but then the other side don't do it.
Right. Well, I know in our school it became an issue when people were being used on there that didn't know they were being photographed, which is illegal. So what would you say for people if they want to be using a bar stool?
It's either don't do it or you just do it and don't ask people if you want to do it. Just
Right.
don't. It's fine if you do it, but you can't do that
Right.
if you're taking photos of other people.
Have you ever been on the Flambeau bar stool?
I saw myself once. and
Oh,
it,
man,
It was
how-
in the background. I was in the background, so I wasn't the main part. But
All right.
I saw that. I was like, that's kind of cool, but
Yeah.
they didn't have permission. But I didn't really care because
I think they turned me into some kind of hideous cartoon one time, but it was funny. It was harmless.
Yeah, there's
but,
funny photos on it, but
Right. But there is some stuff that is definitely not cool. So.
yeah.
All right, Connor. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
See you
having
next
me on
time.
the podcast.
Yep. All right, everybody. We're here back at the sports corner of the Falcon Nest with Mrs. Goodis,
Hello.
who just hit the basketball court and made a
I
return.
did. You might see a little bit of sweat, a little glisten, but hey, it's good exercise.
Yeah. How's the jump shot feeling?
Ooh, got to work on that a little bit.
Hopefully, it felt better than it looked.
Yeah, it felt good. We'll
All
get
right.
back into it.
All right. So we're not here to talk about us, though. We want to talk about some Flambeau sports. First of all, wrestling. Can
Yeah.
you tell us what's going on with Flambeau wrestling?
Yeah, so Cole Schley is advanced to the sectionals. That is happening on Saturday in Ladysmith. So that's a pretty big deal.
Yep. You're going to see an exclusive interview with Cole Schley, a.k.a. QB1 himself.
Yeah.
And after that, we got some basketball highlights to watch, right?
Yeah, so let's take a look at Cole's interview.
All right. Welcome back to the Falcon Nest. I am here with star wrestler for the Flambeau Wrestling program, Cole Schley Jr. Cole, how's it going?
Good.
Good.
Feeling good.
All right. Well, Cole's got a big wrestling meet coming up this weekend, and he's going to break it all down for us. So, first of all, could you just tell us how does the ranking and scaffolding and what's the word I'm looking for?
Bracket.
The bracket, yeah.
Yep.
Can you explain the wrestling bracket to us?
Well, 4 people make it out of every regional, and then we got sectionals, so we got an 8-man bracket, and you get seeds from 1 to 8
So there's only 8 wrestlers competing?
in each weight class. Yep.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Uh-huh. So you know all 8 guys that are left?
I know like most of them. Yeah, I've
Oh,
seen
that's
most of them
pretty
wrestle.
great. Sounds like a WWF Royal Rumble type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you know the 8 guys. You know some of them.
Yep.
I heard there's one guy that's very impressive.
Oh yeah.
Tell us about this guy.
Colton Wheeler. He's pretty good. 51-0.
51-0.
Yep.
Michael Jordan can't even say 51-0.
No.
Has he ever lost?
I think he has 14 losses his high school career.
Wow. Wow. And you've never wrestled this kid before, right?
I have.
You have wrestled him.
Yep.
How'd it go?
Not good.
Not good. Right. And you will be wrestling him this Saturday, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
First match.
First match. Okay, so tell us, how have you been preparing, or what are you going to try to do here?
Well, I've been preparing all week. Kind of just working some head throw, shot defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got a really good shot defense and good shot, but
Who are you sparring with in the practice room?
Jordan Baynard.
Okay, I don't know who
Assistant
that is.
coach.
Okay,
Yep.
he's the only kid that can get, or an old kid, the only person that can get in the ring with you, right?
Oh yeah.
Even Chance Ludisher's not going to get in the ring with you, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, so once you got him, and then you were telling me earlier that you have like a few more matches, and if you hit 3, you might be able to go on to state.
Top 3 go to state, so if I lose my first one,
Mhm.
and then I have another kid I already wrestled.
Mm-hmm.
I've beat him, so
Nice.
then I'd move on, and then I'd have a tough match for third.
Okay.
So
Can people watch this online? Do you know?
I think so.
All right.
I think it's on Huddle or like Huddle Cams, but
Check Flambeau Facebook. Hopefully they'll link it. If not, Kenzie Scott will be live streaming it, perhaps. Anything else?
nope.
All right.
That should do it.
You ready to go?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Excited.
Cole. Thanks for coming on the podcast, and good luck this week.
So you'll see here, this is Cole's bracket for Saturday. He is going up against an undefeated senior from Auburndale. So if he takes the dub, he'll go to the right side of the bracket towards first place. But if he takes a loss, he'll go on to match 99 and will take on either Brock or Adrian. And he can work his way back up to second place. So I did talk to him earlier, and he said that his odds are looking good, but he knows he has a tough day of wrestling ahead of him. Good luck to you, Cole.
Starting off with the boys, we're going to see Dominic Lopez on the fast break.
Which, by the way, they played Birchwood that evening.
That's right, and he finished a tough shot there. And here comes the Wolf Taylor,
Yes, Ollie had a nice week of basketball.
and he called bank on that one too, for the
I'm
record.
sure he did.
All right, and the wall.
Yeah, he might not touch that, but we'll count that as a block.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 2 blocks on that.
Yeah,
In fact,
yeah.
Oliver Taylor not done with 1-3. Another one, no bank on that one.
That one was nothing but net.
If I was there, I'd be doing the wolf howl right there. All right, here goes the cheetah. Up ahead to Eli. And we'll just stop the highlight right there. Eli with a big block. That's got to be the block of the
Yes.
week. There's no way there's a better block than that, right?
Eli had player of the game, and it was senior night. What a night
perfect.
for him.
When
With the
Eli's hitting his
three,
three-pointer, you're in trouble.
he also had 15 points that night.
Beautiful game by
Ooh,
Eli.
nice
Here comes.
steal by Chance. The cheetah with the finish.
Ooh, that was a tough finish
Almost
there.
an and one.
Yep.
Looked good.
And Dom's got to get in the scoring count here.
Yeah, this game was neck and neck. It was a scoring
He was
frenzy.
fighting through some injuries too.
We got Oliver with the fast break. And he added 14 points that night, too, for the Falcons.
Sweet finger roll there.
Yes.
Isaac Brown
Oh,
fighting
this is
for
my favorite play of the game.
block of the week.
Not in my house, he said.
Sorry, Ruby. You've been outdone. That is the block of the week. And there you go. Moving on to the girls. And here they are with Sydney Brotnich
With the steal.
pushing it up. Next up, Ella Grothausen playing some defense.
Stealing machines.
Yep, nice
You better
D.
hide your candy in your pop. You don't want them stolen.
Hide your candy in your pop. I love it. Sydney Bishop, you are not going to score over Sydney Bishop.
No.
She's basically the wall for the female team.
Yes.
Ashley Lawton is
There's them steals again.
playing some defense. All
and
right.
we got Reese.
Not
in here.
Not in Reese's house. Denied.
No, Reese finished the night with 18 points that night.
Great
Good
game.
for you.
Kind of fractured. Again, you're not going to score over her.
You know what she told me today? That she actually is concussed, and she played with a concussion that game.
Wow.
So props to you, Kenna.
Yeah, that's some effort right there. Ashley with a steal. All right, we're going to get a fast break. Reese,
Oh, there we
come
go.
on, throw it down, Reese. Throw it down.
Kenna to maybe Sydney and to
Reese finishes off.
Yes.
She thought about
Very
dunking,
nice.
but again, didn't want to hurt your
Yes.
rims.
Ashley with fast break. Got
Oh,
a little
yeah.
wobble, but we got that finish.
Now that's a tough shot. People don't
Yeah.
know that looks easy, but a runner like that is,
Nice
is
little
real tough.
roll.
Sydney getting on the block party here.
Nice.
go.
Sydney also had 8 rebounds that night.
Big game
she
for
was
the
the
senior.
leading rebounder.
Senior night.
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Reese, another block. And there
Looking
you go.
Good.
The-
And the girls take the dub that night.
Great job, girls, getting us a much-needed dub. All right, good afternoon. We are back with our newest hit podcaster, AG, a.k.a. Miss Yapalot. And she's paused the yapping to learn about some people in the barn, and I really appreciate that. So starting off, our new principal, Mr. Gago. What do we need to know about Mr. Gago?
Well, he's actually an alumni here at Flambeau.
That is pretty cool. I wish I could say that about myself.
Yeah.
Besides being alumni, what else do we know about him?
He really enjoys his job and wanted to move up to get more, experience and do new things, and that's why he's now our vice principal or middle school principal.
Mm-hmm. How do you think the students are handling him as the principal?
I think most students really like him. He knows how to, joke around and have fun, but also be serious.
Yeah, there's a line, right? You want to have a good time, but you gotta be a boss. Have you been sent to him yet?
No.
Oh, good.
English hallway talks count.
Just hallway talks? Well, hopefully you can keep it that way. Just, go to class on time and you should be fine. That actually rhymes. This is a good t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about his personal life? Like, what kind of music does he like?
I'm not really sure.
Oh, you didn't ask him that?
I try to keep it professional.
He likes Metallica, by the way. Yeah, he does. What's that face?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. We've talked about music before. All right, shifting gears over to I guess middle school and high school. Mrs. Goodis, one of our newest teachers here.
Yes.
What did you learn about Mrs. Goodis?
Well, one of the things is her favorite quote is once an American hero, always an American hero.
Ooh, I like that. Of course, that makes me think of our mascot right here. But what about you? When you hear that quote, what does that make you think about?
It kind of makes me think of veterans and fighting.
Yep, veterans are certainly American heroes. I like that. And teachers,
Yeah.
of course, right? So what else about Mrs. Goodis? You think she's doing well in the gym there?
Yeah. I think she likes it.
I think she does too. She's had a rough year though. A couple injuries. I don't know if you know about that.
Yeah.
Didn't she say
One of
something
her-
about I want to get
yeah.
injured less?
One of her goals is to not get injured anymore.
Yeah, she's got to wrap, I don't know, plastic wrap or take the balls out of the gym or something. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you can't take the balls out of the gym.
Yeah, just run.
It's a gym class.
Just run.
You sound like my.
Push-ups.
I can't say that.
Push-ups and sit-ups.
No. Do you know who watches these?
Who?
Can I make a diss at one of my basketball coach?
No. We're keeping that in there. All right.
Welcome back to the Falcon Nest. Today you're here with your favorite host and
Piper.
So Piper, what'd you do this week?
I talked about the halftime show.
Wow. Who performed it?
Kendrick Lamar, and he had a guest SZA.
Honest opinions.
It was kind of mid.
Yeah. I heard there was a song about his diss track in there.
Yeah, he played his Grammy-winning diss track.
Wow. That sounds like there's a lawsuit coming.
Mm-hmm.
5 minutes of fame. Kendrick, was it worth it?
Probably not.
Who would you like to see next year?
Mr. Panazzo would maybe hit it out of the park, but I don't think the world's ready for him.
So, any other people? Because the
Ca-
world's not ready for
you know-
that old guy.
Carter Pop,
Carter Pop. But the words would all have to be bleeped.
you're right. Maybe Harlow.
Is her voice ready for that?
Mr. Panazzo made me say that about him. It's not true. Okay, bye guys.